Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you again for another album review, and sorry I was messing with my Xbox One controller for a second. This album review is for Snoop Dogg's new album B.O.D.R. His, I guess, long-awaited 19th studio album that I'm gonna be reviewing. So I'm gonna discuss what I listened to for this 18-track album, which consists of a time of 53 minutes and some seconds. And I'll let you know what I thought of this album. So let's dive into this review. Now, I think the beginning of it was pretty good. It was surprisingly good. I was like really surprised. Still Smoking was, it was a short song, but it was very well executed. With how the intro of the album is playing out. And then Gunsmoke kind of, I thought I wasn't gonna like that, but I guess it's fine for what it is. So 5 out of 5 for both Still Smoking and Gunsmoke. Coming Back had a really good trap beat to it, like the rap beat and all that. It didn't sound so bad. It was produced very well. So 5 out of 5 for Coming Back featuring Nefertiti, Ivani, and October London, which October London's quite a bit in this album, a little bit more. But yeah, next is Sandwich Bag, and I think it's my least favorite, but it's alright. Um, so 4.5 out of 5 for that one. I don't know how I'm feeling about that song. It's just some of Snoop Dogg's raps can get a little slow in that song, in my personal opinion, but that's just me. Conflicted featuring Nas, very good song. Really like the flow of that song. Pretty, it works very well, and Nas opens up the song mostly, so pretty good song. Definitely check out Conflicted. It's one of my favorite tracks on the album. Daddy featuring Emo Trap is okay. It Emo Trap kind of ruins the song for me and takes me out of my comfort zone of trying to groove to this album, and then it just gets ruined by Emo Trap, the song. And some of the verses from Snoop Dogg are okay too, as well. They're a little better, but no, not to the extent of this song being a success. So I'll give it an average score of a 3.5 out of 5. It's average. It's not my favorite song. It's one of the weakest tracks. Doggy Stylin' is the next song, and that was not bad. Not perfect in my opinion, but it's a solid track. So 4.5 out of 5 for me on that one. I'm trying to breeze through this because there's 18 songs on this album, and that's why I'm talking about it real fast, because I don't want to make too much of long reviews for it. Crip Your Enthusiasm. There's one, the melody is so familiar, like it's been in commercials. If you listen to the melody, this is why I had a problem with the song. The melody is what really threw me off with this song, where I'm like, oh, this has been in commercials so much. So, yeah, I just wasn't feeling for Cripia Enthusiasm. So 3.5 out of 5 for me on that one. Gotta Keep Pushing was not a bad track. It brings the album back to a better standard of impressing me a bit more. So 4.5 out of 5 for that one. T.I.'s verse was pretty solid, and Snoop Dogg's verse was pretty good. So yeah, I was enjoying most of Gotta Keep Pushing. House I Built was pretty good song. I like the overall flow to it and how Snoop Dogg is rapping in the song. It sounds pretty good. Outside the Box is another favorite of mine. Jerseys in the Rafters is another favorite. So both Outside the Box and Jersey in the Rafters are getting 5 out of 5s, in my opinion. I really enjoyed those songs. Pop Pop featuring DaBaby. I think DaBaby was fine, but it felt like there were some cringe moments with his verses, in my opinion. But that's what I noticed when I listened to it. There was some cringiness with some of his rap verse, uh, with certain lyrics he was singing or rapping. It just, I don't know if it flowed well for me. But 4.5 out of 5 for that one. Catch a Vibe, I do love the melody to it. It's got this nice electronic synth to it, or a pretty cool electronic synth to it, and it sounds pretty dope. So 5 out of 5 for that one. It's in the Air, featuring Jane Hancock and Uncle Murda. Not a bad song, so 4.5 out of 5. The We Don't Gotta Worry No More, featuring Wiz Khalifa. I gotta say, I did not hear Wiz Khalifa in this song. I think he is in the song, but I don't know where. Because I might have to come back and listen to this track again, but I felt like I didn't hear his verse. So the song was kind of ruined a bit. So 3 out of 5 for me on that one. Get This Dick featuring, which is a nasty word, of course. Please forgive me on that. Um, well, it's called Get This Dick, of course. Featuring October London and Lil Duval. Not a bad song. I like the beat to it, so it's not bad. And then Snoopy Don't Go is the worst song on the album to close this album, in my opinion. So 2.5 out of 5. It's a little disappointing. Overall, production, mixing, and execution, Snoop Dogg's B.O.D.R. album is a decent effort. It's not the best album, but it's decent. It's an alright listen. I would highly recommend giving it a chance and seeing what you think of it. So, production, mixing, and execution, Snoop Dogg B.O.D.R. is decent, like I said. And overall, I think Snoop Dogg B.O.D.R. album was a decent album. Don't know if I'll be coming back to it as much, but maybe from time to time. Because there were some highlights on the album, and then there were some weaker moments on the album. Snoopy Don't Go being the worst song. I just didn't like how it was sounding. And with the Snoopy Don't Go, or whatever, I didn't like that. It made me cringe. And the way Snoop Dogg was kind of talking and rapping, it just didn't flow well. So, first score for me, I'm going to give Snoop Dogg's B.O.D.R. album a 7 out of 10. This was decent. It's weaker than the Algorithm project that I reviewed back in November, but hey, it's it's a something record, I guess you could say. It's something interesting, but not to the point where I really love this album. So it's decent. So 7 out of 10 for me. Comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Snoop Dogg album B.O.D.R. if you've heard it. And if you enjoyed this album review I made for you guys this afternoon, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. I will be returning to you for a movie review. I may review a movie that you'll be surprised with, but it's an older movie. So, yeah, I'll probably review it just in case. And yes, it's going to be this movie, of course, because I got my copy for it in the mail yesterday. And yeah, I'll probably watch it and see what I think of West Side Story, the 1961 movie. Not the 2021, because I've seen it twice already, and I do love that movie. But it is an emotionally driven movie, and it can get to you sometimes. But it's one of the best American films out there. But I hope you enjoyed this Snoop Dogg B.O.D.R. album review. And yes, the next movie review is either going to be West Side Story, which hopefully It'll be West Side Story 1961 version, to see what I think of the Natalie Wood movie. And also, The King's Daughter is going to be happening today or sometime this coming up week. I don't know for sure. So I hope you guys have a great Super Bowl Sunday as well. And I hope you enjoyed this album review. Stay safe, take care, and as always, I'll see you in my next video.